Welcome to Photoshop in 5. My name is Julius and I've been teaching Photoshop full-time for the past 5 years. In today's tutorial, I will teach you how to get rid of those ugly white edges in your layers for good. It is extremely important to learn how to remove them in all situations because they often break the realism of your artworks. So enough talking, let's get right into it. The first thing we need to do here in Photoshop is of course get rid of the sky, and in order to do that you need to just click on select and then hit on sky. And in order to mask this now out from the layer, I need to hold Alt or Option on Mac and click on the mask icon. If I zoom in here now, you can see that we masked it out, but it also didn't really do a 100% perfect job. But thankfully there is a really easy technique in Photoshop for fixing this. For this technique you need to be previewing the mask, so hit Alt or Option on Mac and click on the mask icon. And if I zoom in here now, you can see that the sky selection also selected some areas that were here in the rock, and that's of course not something that we want. So in order to fix this, make sure that you're in the brush tool, change the mode of your brush from normal to overlay, and then make sure that your flow and opacity are set to 100%. And we're gonna start with the white color. So if I now brush here into the areas like this, you can see that nothing happens. But if I brush onto the white areas, you can see that it perfectly fills in the selection. And don't worry that it goes a little bit over the edges for now. I'm just gonna brush here and fill in those areas. And then I'm gonna do the exact opposite. So I'm gonna hit X on my keyboard to toggle between these colors here to get the black color. And then I will just brush in here, and you can see that this does a fantastic job getting rid of those areas. So just keep on toggling with the X until you get a pretty clean result. And once you're done, just click on the layer and you can see that we have successfully fixed our mask. Except there is still the white edges issue, which we have to tackle next. So the first method for removing white edges is contracting. So in order to contract, you need to hit Ctrl and click on the mask. This activates the selection. Then you need to come up to select, go to modify, and then contract. Make sure that you contract it at least by 2 or 3 pixels. I'm gonna do 3 in this case. And now in order to remove these edges, we need to invert the selection, hit Ctrl, Shift, and I. And another shortcut now for just getting rid of these edges, make sure that you're selecting the mask and then just hit Ctrl or Command Backspace, and that removes the white edges for us perfectly. The second method, which I actually prefer more, is using the minimum tool. So all you need to do is select your mask again, go to filter, go to other, and then click on minimum. Minimum shrinks white areas of your image, which is perfect for removing white edges. And here again, put a radius of 2 or 3 pixels. And if you hit OK, you can see that the white edges are immediately removed. But there's one more thing. If I zoom in here, you can see that the selection is extremely sharp, and that's not natural in any kind of way. So in order to soften this, select your mask, go to the properties of this mask. There is a slider here called feather. If you drag this around to 1 or 1.5 pixels, you get a nice soft edge to your mask. And now that we have perfectly removed the white edges, we can drag a new sky in here and quickly blend it. So I'm gonna use my own skies. I'm gonna hit Ctrl T, and then I'm gonna flip it horizontally, and I will just scale it up until it fits to the image. But as you can see, the sky is a little bit too dark, so we need to do a little bit of blending. So the first step here is to brighten the sky. So let's come here to adjustments. I'm gonna grab the curves from here, and I will just drag them up here from the middle to brighten the sky up a little bit. And once that is done, we need to move on to blending the foreground with the sky. And this is a very easy and quick method of doing it. So go to the original layer, duplicate this layer by hitting Command or Ctrl J, then come up to filter and click on neural filters. Here in the neural filters, there is a filter called harmonization. Just make sure to download it from the little cloud icon and then enable it. Come here to reference image and choose the sky from here. So in this case, I'm just gonna click on this. There's a slider for brightness and for strength, and you can also adjust color separately. So I'm gonna bring the brightness almost all the way down and also decrease the strength, and this usually gives pretty good results for a base blend. So just like that, we have now successfully blended the foreground. Just hit OK. And the disclaimer with this method is that it is a little bit destructive, so you need to remember to duplicate your layer beforehand. You can also see that this technique muted the highlights a little bit too much, so in order to fix this, just choose your mask, make sure that you're in the brush tool, and change your brush mode now back to normal, and then just get a black color and brush these areas away. And just like that, we have now blended the foreground. To finish this off, I'm gonna add one of my light overlays. I'm gonna take the sunlight from here, and all I need to do is come here to the blending mode and set it to screen to get rid of the black areas. And then I will scale this light overlay here to fit, and I will hit enter, and then I will decrease the opacity to around 10%, and now we have a nice soft glow coming from the lightning strike. So now let's quickly recap what we did. So here you can see the beginning of the blend didn't really blend that well, but we brightened up the sky, we blended the foreground and added a little bit of an overlay there, and this is what we were able to achieve. So there we go, now you have learned how to tackle the issue of white edges for good. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like it and subscribe to the Photoshop's YouTube channel for more helpful tutorials.